Hey guys, I'm Sydney.
And I'm Khara.
And I'm back. My name is Steven.
And this is Bama AM, brought to you by Touchdown Alabama.
This past Saturday, Alabama slaughtered the Hogs 65-31. What did you guys think of the game? I thought it was pretty exciting, but at the same time, I was really disappointed that we gave up 31 points.
I was trying to figure out what was going on with the ESPN cameras. I know there was a lightning delay and everything, but Ernst Smith was like a dot, and I'm not used to Ernst Smith.
Not every school has Crimson Tide Productions behind the camera. Come on now. But like you said, I thought this game was really interesting. This was actually one of the first games this season I was actually like, did that just happen?
A little nervous about.
How many fumbles? What happened?
Yeah.
I was very impressed, happy we were able to get back to running the football with Damian Harris.
Right.
He did have over 100 yards. We did pull him out at some points in the game, and you can see he was agitated. He was frustrated.
He
like,
wants to
coach,
play.
let me get in here. But did average 7.4 yards a carry. Did have 2 touchdowns. So D. Harris back on track there.
One interesting thing I liked was that Jalen and Tua formation.
The world was on fire.
I said, whoa, we're both in the game at the same time? What?
The world was on fire. Now, I think there is a package where he's going to have
This is going to happen more, yes.
Tua's going to throw a touchdown pass to Jalen from this package. Watch that happen.
This is going to, I foresee this happening in a lot more games coming up. I think they're both going to be playing. It was a weird formation. It just came, I was like.
But it happened so naturally and it just worked out. So he definitely will be there. And everyone's been saying, we've said a couple times before, Tua's just really in there these days and breaking all these records and definitely the front runner for the Heisman this year.
Right.
Definitely. 13
quarterbacks, people have won the Heisman Trophy. 13. Tua has a higher completion percentage than all of them. The only one that comes close, 2011, Robert Griffin III at a Baylor. That's the one that comes close to Tua right now.
Yeah, fourth quarter game. Has he?
It's coming. It's coming. Give it a minute. But I got to get back to Khara's boy, Jerry Jeudy. Another 100-yard game. The kid right now.
He's been on fire recently.
The dude has 8 touchdowns. He's 8 away from tying Amari Cooper's single-season record. I think he's going to get the record.
I told you. Did I not say it?
You did say it.
You've been calling it out.
I think Tua and Jerry Jeudy, those two together, his number one wide receiver, just always, always.
He getting down the field. He's scoring touchdowns. But, guys, defensively in this game, I'm like, Mack Wilson, Dylan Moses, at times busted coverage, a little bit too over athleticism, did not quite see where to go.
Not reading the plays.
And then the secondary couldn't pass off the right guy. Tosh Lapoy at times was looking like, what y'all doing?
Yeah.
31 points. 31 points.
I had to double check the score when I saw the end of it. Just the chemistry wasn't there for most of the game and just.
What did y'all think it was?
You can go first.
I just think, we're always known for our offense. We're always known for being the number one defense. But like you said, what are y'all reading the plays correctly? Mack Wilson, I don't know. It was something about Arkansas. Like Nick Saban said, this was a trap game coming in. They were favored to win. But of course, Nick Saban says he plays every game. Every opponent has the opportunity to beat them. And at some point in the game, you saw a shift. Just a shift. We always know Alabama's going to come dominant right out the bat. Right out the
early on too, though. So
why are we having fumbles? What's going on with the defense? Mack Wilson, are you reading the plays? And he's supposed to be the leader of this defense. To me,
do you think confidence or cockiness got them, and they just thought that they could let things go?
I thought they slept on Arkansas a little bit. Chad Morris is a good head coach. I mean, keep in mind, when Chad Morris was at Clemson, he helped start the Clemson offense under Dabo Swinney, bringing in guys like Tosh Boyd, Sammy Watkins, and so forth. So Chad Morris knows what he's doing. He put together a great game plan for Ty Story, Rakeem Boyd, who had 100 yards rushing against Alabama. I think this week Well, last week was a lack of communication. This week, gotta communicate more. If you taking that cat, let a pimp know. If you passing off your guy, let me know so I can guard my guy. So this week will be all about communication.
Yeah, but even Saban said that today at the press conference from early this morning, that there has to be more connection. They have to connect more. The chemistry just was off this past weekend, and it obviously shows in everything that just went down the field, and it just like broke my heart a little bit.
But with the recent announcement, you know, just something to bring up, Trayvon Diggs is out.
Oh yeah,
for this evening.
He suffered a broken foot this past weekend and is out indefinitely. So I guess that brings up
how's this going to play in effect? Yeah, how's this going to with his with him being out the rest of the season? How's that going to come in effect for this defense?
I think. Oh, Steven, you can go.
Well, number one, you got to look at Savion Smith. He's the JUCO guy coming in. Well, he's the JUCO guy in now. He's going to have to really step up, but not just him. Josh Jobe was a five-star freshman coming in from Miami. Played a lot of ball in Connecticut, so he is going to be looked at.
And I know before, I got to say, before we came on the show, me and you were talking about Nigel Knott.
Yeah, this Mississippi boy shot, baby.
I'm sorry, but I haven't. I know he's been injured. I know he's been injured, but I haven't.
He was the one that saved the touchdown on that kick return, though. He did do that. He was flying down the field.
But the way Savion Smith's been playing, I'm saying,
Savion Smith can ball. I'm just saying, don't sleep on the boy Knott, though. But then also, here's an interesting wrinkle here. According to his high school coach, he was a better defensive back than wide receiver. And I'm referring to Devontae Smith. Smitty played DB in the spring. I'm not saying that Saban will put him there, but it's kind of an interesting wrinkle because if you put Smitty there, you give some other DBs a chance to grow more. Right. You get to open up Waddle more at receiver. Tre'Davious Townsend, Tyrell Shavers, who has not had a catch yet. You're basically almost killing three birds with one stone if you slide Smitty over to DB. Not saying that will happen.
I still think that's going to open up even more mistakes because you got to get used to these new players coming into these new slots.
I definitely think that the experience level is going to need to come up this week and definitely bring in all those new freshmen that you guys just said. And I don't know, it kind of makes me worried that the chemistry is also going to be off again this week with like people coming in and new players, new freshmen, new whatever. And it's just like not going to be there for this big homecoming game this Saturday.
I don't think it's chemistry. I think it's when you get on the field, know what you're supposed to do and talking things out in the field. I mean, people act like, well, this defense is young. They're young. Not everybody on this defense is young. Deontay Thompson's played. Shaheem Carter's played. Raekwon Davis, Mack Wilson, Anthony Jennings, Christian Miller. These guys have all played some big-time moments and some big-time football. No, I get it. You're waiting on Terrell Lewis to come back. When he comes back, baby, when that cat comes back, it's going to be on. But you look at this defense as a whole, you got a couple of young guys, Xavier McKinney, Patrick Surtain II, and those guys are playing like veterans out there. So it's all about when you see yourself on the field with your brothers, communicate on the field where you're going to be.
Play by play,
and just do your job. Just do your job.
Yeah. Well, I think it's going to make for a very interesting game this coming Saturday against Missouri. It's our homecoming game. It's going to be at 6 o'clock this Saturday.
So Nick Saban. So funny you say 6 p.m. So Nick Saban, there's been a lot of talk about, Alabama students don't like to show up to games. We're entitled. We're too, what did they use to describe us? Entitled. Right. They just said we are so used to winning that we don't want to show up and show this Alabama team a lot of support. But I think they're wrong because it's a lot that goes into attending a game. You have to think about if you live off campus, are you able to get to Bryant-Denny stadiums? That's a long walk for some kids.
People can't drive.
Hello. The parking is ridiculous. The prices are ridiculous. So Nick Saban, I'm going to make this challenge. I think there's going to be a lot of people here for this homecoming game, 6 p.m. I think we're going to stay to the fourth quarter. I'm going to be there.
I'm covering the games. I'm writing every critiquing piece I can write.
I think there are definitely going to be a lot more people packed in the student section. It's going to be a 6 o'clock night game. So you don't have to worry about the heat anymore or whatever. But the upgrade prices aren't also that expensive. I know for Texas A&M, they were about $100 just to upgrade on top of whatever people were selling their tickets for. Me personally, not being a student, could not afford the $100 upgrade price, but I think
it's even sorry to interrupt. It's even expensive for us who are students. When we go on Alabama Student Ticket Exchange, people are selling a ticket that they bought for $10 from the school for $50, $60. Come on, and then like you said, it's hot
profit off of it,
right? And then Tebow even said that we were, kind of entitled. We're using daddy's money, like what?
I'm just going to say this. Mizzou going to be a good game this week. We're playing against Drew Lock. They have a strong offense. Defense, still waiting on Barry Odom to manifest that. But strong offense, good quarterback, 6 p.m. Folks will not be passing out due to the heat.
Still hot at night, though.
Still hot, but not as hot as 11 a.m.
But do you think Saban's going to give us our credit for saying?
I still think Nick is going to be done at coach regardless.
I think the student section will be packed this weekend. Right. But
can we get predictions?
Oh man, yes. We can so do that. And Khara, it was on Khara last time. Cindy is on you this time.
No, you're our guest. You go first.
Oh, crap me. All right.
You already know how I feel, so I won't even say
prediction for this game on my end. Does Alabama get in the 50-point range? No, I'm going to say they go a shade under 50. I go 48-17. Mizzou does score the football. Drew Lock's got some weapons. Right. He's projected to be a first-round pick quarterback. I think he's got the arm talent of Matthew Stafford. 48-17 time.
All right, I put us somewhere in the 50s. I'll give it to them.
We're going to definitely go over 50 again. I think this is something like when they interviewed Nick Saban, he was like, we're just going to keep scoring. We're going to keep scoring.
He mentioned today that we're not going to apologize for touchdowns, and I think that's something to stand by. So my score is going to be in the 50, like 14 maybe.
Yeah, I said they get two toucouchdowns.
Yeah.
I say they get two touchdowns. I'll give you that.
Barry Odom, I'm giving you an extra field goal. Love me. I appreciate the extra field goal.
No.
But I guess that's it for this week. Make sure you comment down below on what your score predictions is for this week. Like and subscribe and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And anything else to say, guys?
And I would also say comment below, what do you think we should do to help our Alabama student section attend all the games? We really want to hear your thoughts on it.
All right, well, that's it, guys. See you next time.